this very nice little feather for our blender object. Alright. A to deselect all, and then tab. Alright, now this is the tricky part. I want you to hit R and then Z. And as you can see, if I move the mouse after hitting R and then Z, I can rotate this object. I can rotate it as long as I want, in either direction, as long as it is on the Z axis. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it to right about here. Hit left click to exit that, and then hit G to grab it. When you hit G and the object is selected, you can grab it, and wherever your cursor goes, that object's going to go. I want you to take it up here and place it right in your little circle here. Actually, let's go ahead and rotate that a little bit more. So hit R and then Z, and then rotate it like that. Alright. Next thing is grab the oval that you made with G and move it to right about there. And as you can see here, after I recenter it, there we go. That is the first leaf in our, or the first feather in our blender symbol. Now this is going to be really easy. This is the really quick part. This is the part that people usually skip over and they end up screwing up stuff. The only thing you have to do is go on here and add a color. It's going to be orange again. Try and get it as close to orange as this other object that we made. It's okay if it's not perfect though. And once again, the way you do that is you go down to the shading tab, if I did that too fast for you, right here, and you add a new, and you add a new color, right there. Alright, next thing I want you to do, as you can see, I have this selected. I want you to hold down the shift button and press D, and then move the mouse. And as you can see, we now have a second leaf, just like that. Alright, so place the leaf right about there, hit R to rotate, and then Z on the Z axis. And then place your feather in there just like that. And you can deselect, or correction, you just want to go ahead and make another copy of that, so shift and then D, make a third one. Place it right about there, then rotate on the Z axis with R and Z. And there you go. You have your blender symbol, personalized just for you. Alright, now let's do some fun stuff. Now that we have our symbol made, okay? What I want you to do is hold down shift and click each individual piece of this. So each feather, each circle. Remember, I held down shift and I right clicked each one. Alright? After you do that, I want you to go over to Object and go up to Join Objects. You can also do this with Control J. It'll say Join Selected Meshes. Yes. Alright, and as you can see, if I deselect it all with A, I can right click anywhere on this object and it is all now one piece. Which I usually don't do this all that much, but for this project it really works out nicely, and I'll show you why. Alright, what I want you to do is go and hit the number 3 on your number pad if you have one. Okay, and as you can see, that's a side view. Alright, if you don't have a number pad, because I know that on one of my laptops I don't, and I'm not able to do it that way, you have to go down here to View, and then go to Side. You can also do this in front view. Doesn't matter. Alright, now what I want you to do is hit Tab. Well, here, let's go back into top view. You can do that by hitting 7 or go back into view. Go back to top view. I want to show you what it's doing. Right click on it, select the whole object, hit tab. Alright, and as you can see here, I'm happy I did this because it would have only extruded certain edges. I want you to hit A to deselect all, and then A again. Alright, and as you can see now I have all the vertexes selected. That would have been a big issue if I wouldn't have done that. Alright, let's go back into the side view here. And as you can see now, there's that yellow highlighted line. I want you to hit E for extrude, and then region. and then it's automatically going to do it on the normal axis, which is going to be the z-axis for us. And just drag that downward to whatever thickness you'd like. Alright, and as you can see here, we now have a three-dimensional Wonder image. Just like that. Too easy. Alright, I'm going to show you how to render this real quick. As soon as I finish the rendering, I'm going to end this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to animate this into a 3D animation of it rotating. It'll be a lot of fun, really easy to do, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Alright, so to render this image, I want you to hit 0, which is going to take you into the camera image. As always, you can go down here to the view and click on camera, which will also take you to that image. Alright, in this image, I want you to have the object selected, hit R to rotate, and then hit X, and that's going to rotate that on that X axis. It's going to bring it upward, just like that. Another way you can do this, it's a little more accurate, is you can hit R, X, and then type in the number 90. It's going to rotate it 90 degrees. Alright, next thing I want you to do is hit R to rotate on the Z axis, and then kind of cant it off. There you go. Alright, now you can either render it from this position, you go up here to render, and hit current frame. But as you can see, as mine renders here, it's kind of dark. It's not very good looking. So what I'm going to do is going to grab the lamp here. I'm going to hit 7 to pull it on the top view. Grab the lamp and move it over here into the front. And go back to my camera. Try rendering that again. There we go. And as you can see, we have the vertexes bleeding through. But you know what? That's an easy fix. It really is. Let me show you how to fix that real quick. You don't even have to leave the camera view. Just go ahead and click on the object and hit Tab to move into these properties here. Grab that center one, the center vertex, and actually, you know what? Hit B twice, and it's going to bring up this circle here. I'm actually going to switch into front view for this, make it a little bit easier. Hit B twice, and then go ahead and start selecting these vertexes here. Or an even better way to do it that I can show you is hold down the Alt button and right click on one of these vertexes, and you see that selects all that circle right there. Once again, I did that by holding Alt and right clicking twice on one of these vertexes, and that selects the whole circle. And what I'm going to do is hit size, and then or actually correction, I'm going to hit grab G and move that on one of the vertexes downward, and that's just going to sink that back into the image. Now if I go ahead and render that real quick, you'll be able to see that that one is now fixed. See? And you can do that with all of them. So once again, that's going to be Alt, and then make sure you're clicking on the right one here, Alt, and then right click on that, the grab button, and move that down on one of the vertexes, whatever vertex you have it facing. Mine's on the Y axis. If you did yours just like mine, it'll probably be very similar. Alright, just sink that in a little bit, and then the last one here. Alright, let's go ahead and render that real quick, see how that looks. Much better. Alright. Okay, so back to setting this camera up. You can hit 7 on the number pad or top view, and then grab your camera and hit G to grab and move it back. This is just a really quick way to position it. Hit 0 to bring back into camera view, and adjust it by hitting, you can actually move it while in camera view. You just click on the box here, the solid box. So it's selected, hit G, and then Z, and you can move it up and down on the Z axis, same with Y, same with X, the other one. Very easy to do. Just going to position that there, and render the current frame.